Hey, Danny Ray with Pinnacle Quote Life Insurance Specialist. Just wanted to talk to you today about heart disease and how that affects your life insurance prices and rates. Okay, again, I get a lot of clients that ask that have heart issues, unfortunately, and it all depends on a lot of things. So I'm going to really brush on that a little bit, and I just want to let you know if you did have a heart attack in the past, depending on how long it is, or angioplasties or anything like that. With heart disease, okay, you still can get a good rate, okay, depending on how serious the heart disease is or how advanced it is. All right, I had my mom passed away a couple years back, and she had severe heart disease. She had a stroke at age 52, atrial fibrillation. She had about almost a dozen and a half stents put in her body, from her legs to her arteries in her neck and her heart. So I know a lot about heart disease, and I know exactly which carriers will get you the best rate. So just life experiences, with heart disease and stuff like that. But having a heart attack is definitely something that can cause a person to think about their own mortality. I mean, the only time you really think about life insurance is if somebody close to you dies, or you're sitting up in a hospital somewhere sick, or when you talk to somebody like me. Those are really the only three times you do. Okay. Now again, it really makes you think about your mortality age, or as far as dying. Okay. In doing this, they'll likely realize how important life insurance is, especially for those that have people financially dependent on them. Okay, such as children, or a spouse, or a homemaker, or a spouse that doesn't work. Now, if you don't have enough life insurance, okay, when you pass away, your loved ones will be left to pay your bills. Okay, fend for themselves. Remember, when you die, your paycheck dies with you. Okay, it's not like your employee's going to keep on cutting checks. Okay, God forbid if you're the primary breadwinner and you pass away, you're gonna have to. Your family's gonna be left with debts, mortgage bills, rent, final expenses, burying you. Okay, so it's very important to make sure that you have a life insurance policy in place to make sure that God forbid if that day does come, that your family doesn't miss a beat financially. It's our obligation as a primary breadwinner. Okay. Now, unfortunately, having heart disease does make getting life insurance policy a little more difficult, or make the process difficult. However, you shouldn't assume that you won't be able to get good coverage as far as a good rate. Okay. Again, there are always life insurance options for you. Now, here, Pinnacle Quote. Again, I will shop you to the top carriers out there. We have carriers that specialize in any kind of health impairments as far as heart disease, diabetes, just to name a few. Okay, but I get a lot of questions that I can't get approved. I had a heart attack. I can't get life insurance. I'm here to tell you you're wrong. Okay, I've had questions that said, "Can I get life insurance with a heart attack?" Yes. Okay, if you are strategic about it, okay, and then with our help, okay, we'll cover some of the things that you can do to increase your chances, okay, of getting approved for life insurance and better life insurance rates for heart disease. Okay, so bottom line is this: listen to your doctor. He goes to college for all these years, not for a reason. He has plaques behind his desk on his office for a reason. Listen to your doctor. Your doctor will know how best to manage your heart disease, and and basically prescribe you medication. Make sure you take exactly how your doctor tells you to take it. Okay, any kind of medication. It could be blood pressure, cholesterol, anything. Just take it exactly how it's prescribed to you. Okay, listen to any recommendations or methods of treatment that they may give you. Okay, showing that you're willing to take all the precautions to control your heart disease will resonate with your medical examiner, the person that comes and gives you an exam. Now, again, it resonates with the medical examiner. He writes down stuff. The insurance company sees that. So it's very, very important. Another thing is improve your health. Okay, like for anyone applying for life insurance, anybody to that matter, your general health will be a major factor in determining your rates. A huge factor. Before applying for life insurance and taking the medical exam, exercise, eat healthier, lose excess weight. Okay, you do anything possible to improve your overall health and well-being. Okay, this goes a long way with the life insurance company. It's going to be giving you the coverage that you need to protect your family. Okay, also quit any unhealthy habits. Tobacco users, put the cigarettes down. You're killing yourself slowly. Okay, and you can expect to pay 2 to 3 times more, in some cases 4 times more. life insurance. Again, the premiums for your life insurance. Now, I've talked about this in previous videos. If you smoke cigarettes and you get life insurance and you're 40 years old, you're going to spend, with the cost of increase in life insurance, okay, and as far as how much money you spend on the habit of cigarettes, you'll end up spending between $125 to $150,000 over a period of 20 years. That'll pay for every one of your kids to go in college. Okay, seriously, it's not. You save $150,000 if you don't smoke cigarettes over 20 years, and with life insurance premiums as well. Okay, so again, quitting tobacco products a year before applying is going to considerably lower your price. You're going to put a lot of money back in your pocket where it belongs. Okay, another thing is stay organized. Affordable life insurance companies love working with people that have all their information recorded on hand. They love it. You make their life easier, they're more in tone to give you a better rate. Okay, not to say that's what they determine it on, but don't make it harder for them. Okay, don't make it harder for them. Okay, remember when you think of an underwriter, these are people that have stacks of policies that they're getting through the applications to approve or decline people. So make their job a little easier. Okay, it's only going to benefit you. Okay, and again, answer all questions that are asked of you by the examiner or your agent. Okay, answer thoroughly and accurately. They'll be far more willing to approve your application and could possibly offer you a cheaper rate if you're honest. Okay, so it's better. They're going to find out anyway. They do an MIB search. They're going to get your blood and urine probably. Okay, so they're going to find out. So might as well just tell them. They do a prescription check. So any prescriptions you take, they're going to know about in the last 10 years. All right, so just keep that in mind. And most importantly, compare quotes. Okay, each life insurance company has different medical underwriting. Okay, so they're all going to look at you differently. Okay, so with a condition like heart disease, prices or even whether or not you get accepted, okay, will likely be extremely different depending on which insurance company that you go to. Okay, now one of the best ways to get more affordable life insurance is to compare several quotes with the cheapest price. Now, also, what's more important than that is knowing which carrier is going to give you the best rate with any kind of heart disease. Okay, some carriers will just decline you. I have the carriers that won't. I know the best carrier to go to when you have heart disease. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. And again, if you're still getting declined, if you went and got life insurance and you got declined, don't panic. Okay, when it comes to life insurance, you're rarely out of options. Okay, there are policies out there, regardless of your health, that you can get. Okay, again, it could be a guaranteed acceptance policy, guaranteed issue, all right, where they don't even ask any questions. You just get the policy. Okay, now these policies do not require a medical exam. Therefore, your health conditions are not held against you when you apply. Instead, you are guaranteed to be accepted in the policy. Okay, as the name suggests. Okay, it's guaranteed. All right. However, because these companies are taking a greater risk, these plans, of course, are more expensive. Okay, so it's similar to a whole life policy. You know, when you get a guaranteed acceptance, there's really a cap on how much coverage you can get. It's usually enough coverage to bury you, or $25,000 to $50,000. In most cases, it's 25. All right, and another guaranteed issue policies are graded benefit. Okay, where graded benefit policies is when you go ahead and you have a graded period of usually it's 2 years, where if you were to pass away those first 2 years, all the premiums that you paid into the policy would get refunded back to the beneficiary plus 10%, which is not bad because you actually get more out of it than you put into it. Okay, and it's 10% on your money in the first 2 years. After that, you die, the policy pays out in full. Okay, so again, you may want to consider hiring an independent agent, like people at Pinnacle Quote. I'm an independent agent. Okay, I'm licensed in 49 states. I'm contracted with dozens of A-plus carriers. So I will shop you to the top carriers out there to make sure, hands down, you're going to get the best rate. All right, so feel free to give me a buzz. 855-380-3300, extension 2. And reach us on the web at pinnaclequote.com. And you can also get an instant quote on there. It literally takes seconds. You can get an instant quote. Also, you can click the Let's Chat button and make an appointment to speak to me. I'll do a free policy review. Make sure paying the best rate out there. And again, the most important thing is not who you buy it from. It's that you get the best deal. Okay, And that's the most important thing. So reiterating the heart disease, okay, heart disease is something that's very serious. In some cases, the biggest factors in heart disease is multiple stents. The more stents you have, the more expensive it's going to be. All right, so if you got one stent and you have heart disease in your 50s or 60s, statistics say you'll probably get another one. The more stents you get, the more close you are to decline. Okay, because remember, insurance companies know that when you're under anesthesia, your mortality risk increases significantly. So if you have one stent, run and get life insurance, because again, there's chances are you're going to have to get another one. Okay, statistics say you don't just get one stent your whole life. Okay, especially if you get them in your 50s. So with that said, that's enough on the heart disease. Again, I'm very knowledgeable about this topic. Feel free to give me a call if you have any questions. Okay, and again, free policy review. Okay, I'll be more than happy to look at your policy and make sure that it's the right price for you. The last thing you want to do is have a policy that expires 5-6 years down the line and the price is double. Okay, have a professional look at it, an expert look at it to make sure that's the right product for you. And a lot of times, I can shop you and beat the price, even if the term is years old. So with that said, this is Danny Ray with Pinnacle Quote. Again, give me a buzz, 855-380-3300. I wish you guys the best of luck.